Hello, everybody. It's AN to the DY Sports once again. Thank you all for tuning in. Happy Friday, everybody. Yep, it's sure a nice day where I'm at. That's for sure. Um, so yeah, what's this video gonna be about? Well, it's gonna be the Steelers preview game for this weekend versus the Seattle Seahawks. They will be at home in Pittsburgh at Heinz Field, 1 o'clock on Sunday. So yeah, that's less than around 48 hours from now. I mean, I think I started recording this after 1 o'clock, so same thing. But yeah, so this is just a video of what I'm thinking of what's gonna happen. I mean, a preview video. That's what it's gonna be. So it's the home opener. As you all know, home opener. I mean Pittsburgh, Hinesville. I mean they should be crazy. I mean, hey, I went to last year's home opener. The crowd was rolling against the Chargers, and they won that game. Then I went to I went to a bar when their 23 opener against the Niners. But I mean, I walked past the stadium. I mean, they were just getting crushed all the way. But I mean, the crowd was dead. And you know what? It was like a home game for the 49ers, that game. That's what that was, to be quite honest. Um, then I went to the home opener in 2021 versus the Raiders, and the crowd was rolling. But we lost that game. But anyway, preview for this week's game. Well, I mean, I think I'm not gonna say it's gonna be a guaranteed win because now Seattle's coming into this game 0-1. They lost. What was the score? 17-13 against the 49ers in Seattle last weekend. Speaking of, before I get to my point, I was talking like a minute ago about how the 49ers overtook our stadium 2 years ago. It's funny because they took over Seattle's stadium this weekend. Crazy shit right there. But anyway, so Seattle's coming in 0-1. We're going in 1-0. I mean, a lot of people, on paper, will say, hey, Pittsburgh wins without a doubt. But I'm not going to say that. I mean, hey, I'll be honest, though. On paper, I think this is a winnable game. But in reality, I'm not going to say it's a guarantee. And I'm going to be quite honest. Seattle, yeah, they lost last week. But you know what? That does not mean they're a bad team. And they only lost by 4 to the Niners. And honestly, I did watch the end of that game. And Seattle had it inside their 10. San Francisco's 10, that is. And I can't remember what the down was, but they're trying to go for a touchdown to win the game. But Nick Bosa, boom, just goes right up to Sam Darnold and just pummels him. And the ball came out, and San Francisco, of course, recovered. Excuse me, I have to wipe my nose. Yeah, my nose is a little itchy. I apologize. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, they only lost by 4 to the 49ers last week. So, again, I mean, I'm not going to say, this is a guaranteed win for the Steelers. Because, if you don't know, the Steelers are known to lose games like this. In the Mike Tomlin era, especially. I mean, it's bound to happen every year. Every year. I mean, this is bound to happen, And again, I'm not saying Seattle's a bad team, but again, these are games where Pittsburgh loses. So, I guess I can start with Seattle. They're coming in 0-1. Injuries. I checked before I started recording this. Devon Weatherspoon's questionable coming in. I mean, if he's out, I mean, that's going to be a blow for them because Tariq Woolen, oh man, what happened to him? I mean, he was so special his rookie year a few years ago, 22, and he just, boom, he dipped. And he had a terrible game last week. I mean, I would assume we're going to put DK Metcalf on him. Which I'll get to DK in a little bit. But yeah, Devon Weatherspoon is questionable, and they had somebody else I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, I think their offense is coming in healthy. Then for us, I mean, obviously no Deshaun Elliott. We did sign Jabril Peppers, which I think is an okay signing. I mean, I wouldn't say he's elite, nor I would say he's bad. I mean, I think he's just average, maybe above average at best, a good starter. I mean, it's curious how much he'll be on the field because he just got in Pittsburgh, I believe, on Monday. So, speaking of funny story, real quick. So, funny story. I grew up in northern New Jersey. And I know I'm going to get asked, well, why are you a Pittsburgh fan? Well, because I lived there as a child. And, you know, all my family is from there. I'll save that for another video. But yeah, Jabril Peppers went to a high school like 45 minutes away from me, and my high school would play his high school. I think it was Don Bosco, and he transferred to like Paramus Catholic. I went to a high school called Pope John High School in Sparta, New Jersey. But yeah, I mean, my high school would play against him sometimes. I can't remember, maybe it was 2014 or, oh man, I can't remember what year he graduated, either 14 or 15. If I had to take a guess, it was probably 2014. But anyway, yeah, it's cool to have him. But it's funny because I rooted for him when he was in Michigan. And I actually painted a picture of him in his Michigan uniform like my sophomore year. And here I am, 8 years later, or 9 years later. He's on my team now. So some good shit right there. But anyway, yeah, we got him. Joey Porter Jr. is questionable for this game. But with the Steelers, I think the biggest thing I'm concerned with is the defense. I mean, because they were just non-existent last week against the Jets. Now, again, I know we went up against our former QB, but still, I mean, they looked... I mean, to be honest, they were horrible. They were horrible. I mean, yeah, they did get to Justin Fields a little bit, but it's not like they were on him the whole time. You know, TJ Watt gets shut down by a rookie right tackle. I mean, the run defense was non-existent. I mean, and even the secondary had its moments. Now I'll give, Jalen Ramsey the kudos for making that play at the end. I mean, at the same time, I thought Garrett Wilson should have held on to the ball, but again, you're going up against Jalen Ramsey, so, but yeah, I mean, I'm concerned with this defense, to be honest. I mean, the offense, now I think Seattle's defense is better than the Jets' defense, because, I mean, they did only allow 17 to San Francisco, but you know, as I'm saying this again, like I feel like it's not going to matter who's injured for them or not, because knowing what a Mike Tomlin team would usually do, we make them look good. I mean, I could go on and on about this. By example, I mean, last year, the Cowboys game last year, for an example. I mean, They were without Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Deron Bland. Who else were they? I mean, their whole offensive line was out, and they still beat us. Like, they would have lost to any other team. But no, not a Mike Tomlin team, because we make these guys look good. I mean, hell, you could even say the Colts game last year. I mean, when Anthony Richardson went down. And that didn't make me happy because it's like Joe Flacco. It's like we don't have a game plan for him. And it's pathetic enough. I mean, and this is why I get on Tomlin's ass frequently. Because he didn't even have a game plan for Flacco last year. But like the guy, you think he would have a good backup game plan for him. Because he played him for 10 years, twice a year. And again, I can go on and on about this. But again, these are games that we usually lose. But yeah, the defense, I mean, I'm concerned about that. I mean, now they got guys, Jackson Smith-Njigba. I mean, he's their best receiver. Cooper Kupp, now he got shut down last week. But you know what? No, against our defense, he probably ain't going to be shut down. Then offensively, I mean, I would say, hey, I was impressed with how they played. I mean, except for the run game, of course. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, hey, I thought he had a good game. I'll put it that way. But I think I'll be more satisfied when he does that against a good team like Baltimore, Buffalo, or Kansas City. Or Philly, for that matter. But, I mean, of course he's going to do that against the Jets, the team he played last year, so. And by the way, guys, in case if you forgot, I mean, I didn't realize, it's funny because I didn't realize this till the other day, but Russell Wilson, when he made his Steeler debut last year, it was against the Jets, and he had a good game. So, I mean, just because Aaron Rodgers had a good game doesn't mean it's going to be kept up. And like I said, this was a roster that he was on last year, you know. But anyway, I mean, I think DK Metcalf, I hope he has a good game, which I think he will. He should know what Seattle's going to do. I mean, I expect him to have 100 yards. I mean, if you have him in fantasy, hey, I would start him 100%. He ain't on my fantasy team, but yeah, I mean, I don't know what to think about this one. I mean, on paper, it seems like a victory, but in reality, I don't see it's again. Now, do I think we can win? Maybe. I'm not saying we're gonna lose. Like I'm saying, this is a winnable game, but games like this is where we usually lose. Now, what do I think the score will be? Well, I won't predict an exact score, but I mean, do I feel like it can be another shootout? Possibly. I feel like it could possibly be that way. It probably can be a shootout. But with the way, I mean, I think this game will be in the 20s. And I think and this is another key for the Steelers if they want to win. I mean, they cannot rely. And I cannot be any more clear when I say this. They cannot rely on Seattle to constantly make mistakes. Because that's how we win. That's how we've been winning games recently. Is these other teams just out mistaking us. And they can't, I mean, this is why nobody takes the Steelers serious these days. Is because they rely on these other teams to bail them out. And this was the same case last week against the Jets. I mean, how many more times are we going to see these ugly wins? It's like, yeah, hey, winning is great. I'll take it. But it's like they're not beating. It feels like they aren't winning. That's the thing. Like, the other teams are beating themselves. And again, this was the case with the Jets game last week. I mean, if it wasn't for 2 bad play calls on 2-point conversions, or Xavier Gibson fumbling a kick return, or them getting stupid penalties, we could have lost. I mean, hell, I mean, this is the thing with the Mike Tomlin era. Like, everybody says, oh, we're winners because of Mike Tomlin. Guys, I would think twice about that. Because do you really watch the games? Like, if you think Mike Tomlin's the reason why we win, you guys aren't watching the games properly or fully. Because real ones know, including me, know that the Jets handed us that win. Okay? Now, hey, I will take it any day. But real ones know, including me, they handed us that win. Okay? And that is nothing but the truth. And that's why when I say we only win in the Tomlin era, is because the other team out mistakes us. That's what I mean. And hell, my message for Seattle was, hey, if you're going to play us, hey, do not out mistake us. Because that's the one thing we're good at. We are good at taking advantage of it. So, but yeah, anyway, I mean, I could see us winning. It will probably be an ugly win as usual. But at the same time, it wouldn't surprise me if we lose. So, I mean, I'll just say, I'm not going to make a final prediction, but if we win, it will be ugly. And if we lose, we lose. But anyway, yeah, that's my Week 2 preview. Week 2 Steelers preview against the Seahawks this weekend in Pittsburgh. I'll be back with a post-game video on Sunday, I don't know, maybe on Monday, depending on the time. That's what it's going to depend on, because I work right at 4:30 on Sunday after the game, so I don't know if if anything, I'll probably get a video out on Monday the latest, but we'll see. Only time will tell. But yeah, I'm out of here. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, AN to the DY Sports is out of here. Have a great day, everybody. Peace out. Bye.